And in the mid-1990s, a militarily and economically stronger Soviet Union will confront us. We will, in other words, have subsidized our own destruction.
Nixon says the best way to avoid that is to elect someone with experience in foreign policy. You can guess who that means.
George Bush has one enormous asset, experience, and particularly experience in the field of foreign policy. He is one who does not have to have on-the-job training. You take no risk with him in foreign policy.
But Nixon took a couple of jabs at Republicans, too, such as this reference to Ronald Reagan's former press secretary, Larry Speakes.
I never mind if a reporter puts words in my mouth. I just don't want my press secretary to do it.
Apparently, time heals all wounds, or at least some of them. Dave Cassidy, Channel 8 News.
Some consider him a hero, others are not so kind. Today, the graduating class at Jerry Falwell's Liberty University got a chance to hear the views of Oliver North and judge for themselves.
I suppose some of you may well be wondering what advice a former Marine, out of work, chased and hounded by an independent council and congressional committees, can have for a graduating class. Well, I might say go to law school. On second thought, for an extra measure of protection, go to divinity school.
North told the students he considers it an honor to face criminal charges in the Iran-Contra scandal, and North said he is confident he will be exonerated. The students responded with 3 standing ovations. President Reagan won cheers from business leaders this morning after vowing to veto that trade bill that just passed Congress. Speaking to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Reagan promised to kill the legislation requiring companies to give advance notice of plant closings or layoffs. Reagan says liberals in Congress should be embarrassed by that trade bill.
Plant closing mandatory plant closing notification has no place in federal law. It's a subject for labor management negotiations, not government regulation.
The president should get that trade bill later this week. He will then have 10 working days to take action. And late last week, some patient House Republicans paved the way for testing a controversial anti-satellite missile.
Those Republicans stalled a key vote until Democratic opponents of the missile tests had left Washington for the weekend. The missiles are built by LTV in Grand Prairie, and an end to the current test ban could save dozens of jobs. But Channel 8's Robert Riggs reports from Washington that the ASAT missile may still be replaced by newer Star Wars weapons.
LTV's ASAT, anti-satellite missile, last dropped from the belly of an F-15 3 years ago, on the eve of a congressional ban on testing. Now that a permanent ban has been defeated, it may be too late for the ASAT to fly again. After spending nearly $2 billion, the Pentagon recently gave up. It canceled ASAT from its 1989 budget with this promise.
If the Congress changes its mind, eliminates the restrictions on testing in some sense, the department will be up the next day with a reprogramming request to restart this program.
Congress has changed its mind about the ban, but the Air Force has already terminated LTV's contract. LTV started laying off the first round of 350 workers in its Grand Prairie plant during mid-March. The Air Force has testified that restarting the ASAT program would be costly. Opponents of ASAT say even with the testing ban lifted, LTV's anti-satellite missile is dead.
It's apparent from what the Air Force has done in the last several months that they've basically given up hope with the air-launched F-15 system and that they're going on to future technologies.
The $30 million missile had become nearly as expensive as the F-15 used to launch them. The $4 billion program was to have produced 35 ASATs, fewer than originally projected. The current moratorium on ASAT testing expires in September. Supporters of the ban on testing say that's enough time to send LTV's missile back to the Pentagon budget grave. Robert Riggs, Channel 8 News, Capitol Hill.
Some of Texas' most powerful politicians converged on Ellis County this morning to welcome